In the quiet rolling hills of Leongatha, Australia, a seemingly idyllic Sunday lunch turned into a scene of unimaginable horror. 4 people, united by family and friendship, sat down to a meal prepared with love. Or so they thought. This is the chilling story of the Leongatha mushroom murders. A case where a seemingly ordinary woman cooked up a recipe for disaster, leaving a trail of death and a community in shock. Leongatha, a peaceful, sleepy town where life moves at a gentle pace. Here, amidst the lush green fields and unassuming suburban homes, lived Erin Patterson. On August 5th, 2023, Erin invited her estranged husband, Simon Patterson, and his parents, Gail and Don Patterson, along with Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, and her husband, Ian, for a Sunday lunch. A seemingly innocuous gathering, a chance for family to reconnect. But beneath the surface of this perfect facade, a sinister plan was brewing. Inside Erin's cozy, slightly cluttered kitchen, the aroma of a home-cooked meal filled the air. Erin, calm and efficient, moved about, preparing what she claimed was a beef Wellington. But the ingredients weren't quite what they seemed. The invitation, a simple text message, extended with a cordial XX, belied the deadly intent behind it. Erin, with an impassive face, carefully crafted the illusion of warmth and hospitality. Days before, Erin ventured into the dark, misty depths of a nearby forest. Her gloved hand, with practiced precision, plucked pale, greenish-capped death-cap mushrooms from the damp earth. These were not innocent fungi. Amanita phalloides, the death cap, is one of the most poisonous mushrooms in the world, responsible for the vast majority of mushroom poisoning fatalities. Just one bite can be enough to trigger a slow, agonizing death. The scene was sinister, otherworldly, a prelude to the darkness that would soon engulf Leongatha. This wasn't an accidental foraging trip. Erin's digital footprint revealed a chilling curiosity. Her search history showed searches for death cap symptoms, lethal dose of amatoxin, and ominously, iNaturalist mushroom map. A clear indication of premeditation. She wasn't simply gathering wild mushrooms, she was meticulously researching her weapons. Back in the kitchen, the once warm and domestic space transformed into a clinical preparation lab. The rhythmic chop of a knife echoed as the deadly mushrooms were sliced, then meticulously dried in a humming food dehydrator. The innocent-looking slices were destined for a meal that would prove fatal. On that fateful Sunday, the guests arrived, their faces radiating joy and anticipation. Don, Gail, Heather, and Ian, utterly unaware of the sinister fate awaiting them, stepped out of their car, bathed in the warm, forgiving sunlight. They were truly angelic, in a moment frozen before the impending nightmare. The table was set beautifully, a seemingly perfect beef Wellington taking center stage. Laughter and conversation filled the air as the guests enjoyed their meal. But as they ate, a subtle shift occurred in the atmosphere. And then, a chilling close-up on Erin's face. A faint, unreadable smile. A flicker of satisfaction in her eyes as she watched her unsuspecting victims consume the poison. The idyllic Sunday lunch quickly devolved into a nightmare. In the dead of night, the horrifying symptoms began. Violent illness, agonizing pain, the body's desperate struggle against a relentless toxin. The warm hues of the dinner party were replaced by the sickly greens and yellows of a desperate battle for life. The serene quiet of Leongatha was shattered by the urgency of sirens. Hospital corridors, stark and cold, became a blur of activity. Doctors and nurses moved with grim purpose, battling a mysterious and rapidly escalating illness. The cold steel blues and grim greys of the hospital reflected the growing despair. As the victims fought for their lives, Erin was already trying to erase her tracks. Under an overcast morning sky, she furtively disposed of the very tool that helped prepare the deadly meal. The kitchen dehydrator, discarded into a large industrial bin, its metallic clang echoing ominously in the silence. But the web of deceit was closing in. In a sterile police evidence room, a chilling juxtaposition emerged. A perfectly preserved death-cap mushroom, held by a gloved detective, placed beside a photograph of the cheerful lunch table. The evidence was undeniable. The connection horrifyingly clear. The digital footprint of a killer. A forensic technician's cursor moved across a screen, revealing Erin's damning search history. Each click, each highlighted term. Death cap symptoms, lethal dose of amatoxin, iNaturalist mushroom map, served as a silent digital confession, painting a picture of calculated evil. As the investigation deepened, a disturbing pattern began to emerge. A fragmented flashback hinted at past incidents. Years earlier, Erin's estranged husband, Cy. The motive, while never fully articulated by Erin, began to take shape through a series of chilling revelations. A text message from Erin, discovered by investigators. "I'm sick of this shit, I want nothing to do with them." Was it a declaration of frustration, or a more sinister expression of a desire to sever ties permanently? The words, sharp and clear against the dark screen, offered a glimpse into a fractured mind. Erin Patterson eventually faced the full force of the law. She was arrested and charged with 3 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. The image of her sitting alone at her now empty dining table, her emotionless face reflected as a monstrous distortion in the polished wood, became a haunting symbol, a representation of the unknowable void within her, the chilling absence. Today, the Patterson family house stands empty, a for sale sign, a stark reminder of the tragedy that unfolded within its walls. The garden, once meticulously kept, is now overgrown, mirroring the wild disarray left in the wake of such a devastating crime. The house is no longer a home, but a monument to a terrible secret, its dark, empty dining room window staring out, a silent witness to the Leongatha mushroom murders, a chilling tale of deception, poison, and the unanswered question of why.